right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Let's start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to all the Occupy that push the word of sincerity and the truth. You know, it's the brothers from GMS Atlanta, myself, Barzal, and
Karatazah.
yeah, and we just got a quick lesson going into basically keeping money in house. You know, learn to keep money circulating within the churches. You know, keeping your financial state afloat. You know, it may seem like a carnal thing, but you know, it's very, very important that you actually regulate your finances and you know, have certain things properly managed. Because in the kingdom of heaven, you know, we're going to be officers, and we're going to have high offices dealing with finances on a very, very large level. Yeah. And it really starts now with this spiritual government that we actually all are into. In the spiritual part that we path that we embarked on, we have to really regulate ourselves in a more controlling fashion. You know, you got some brothers that's very, very strong lucratively. You got brothers that's pretty strong, weak lucratively, and the brother that's strong lucratively that produces a lot. You know, his job is to stimulate that man and help him out. Now, of course, you don't have to give all your money away, of course. But your job, you know, like the saying goes, individual speaking about, you know, not just giving fishes, teach that man how to get the rod and catch his own fish. You see, so that's important in this truth. You know, teaching the man how to swing the rod so that he can catch his own fish, and that man on the receiving end, you know, who you know is just, you know, pretty slouchy, or he may not know how to produce and get the ball rolling. It's his job to really figure out how to work certain things out to the betterment of his estate. You know, because you got brothers in certain churches that may not have licenses, they may not have cars, they might be still living with their parents, a lot of things, and you know, you have men that actually make a good deal of money, but due to the fact that they always trying to buy what's hot and what's trending, they always broke. They're always in a lower state, and they always need help. And of course, the scriptures speak about how the fashion of this world fadeth away, man. So you shouldn't be trying to, you know, jump into the fashion world and get into big boy consumerism, but learning how to produce and actually keeping money in house and you know, strengthen yourself as well as brothers around you. So you know, we're gonna go into the scriptures. We'll start with Ecclesiastes 10 and 18. By much slothfulness the building decayeth, and through idleness of the hands the house droppeth through. Right, so it says through much slothfulness the building decayeth. What's slothful? Basically not being able to produce and get certain things rolling on yourself, you know? Because if you're not helping yourself out, if you're not trying to build yourself up, how can men around you be built up? You have the saying go that you're as strong as your weakest member. So if you're very, very strong, then that strength will rub off on brothers. You know, you got certain brothers that have an entrepreneur mindset, and through their entrepreneurship, they'll get brothers that's hip on game and show us the wave of things, so that we'll figure out how to you know, structure things in a more practical manner.
That's right.
Where it helps the brothers out particularly, and it helps out the elders and apostles, man. You know, because the more that you produce, the better you do. The more that you actually can send up, the better the apostles will be in a situation. You know, if brothers in your church is in a bad condition, you'll be able to and you know, help out more.
That's right. You
know, because we all are governments, and you know, you don't want to be like the 10 toes of Daniel, man. Some are strong and some are weak. We all want to be strong, and of course, some brothers, you know, they just jacked up, because that just comes with the territory. Every brother's not going to be just financially strong. You know, you're going to have brothers that's feeble, but the scriptures speak about him that is feeble will receive you. So the brother that is weak, figure out why he's weak. Like, yo, bro, what's going on with you? You need help. You know, why you ain't got this rolling with yourself?
If I could just add on to your point too, that brother who's feeble, he got to be willing to listen and to take instructions. You know, because obviously it's something that that you're not doing right because of the position that you're in or the situation that you're in. Mm-hmm. So another brother may see it, and he's trying to help you out. You know.
Yep. And the brother, like you said, the brother may see it and he's trying to help you out. And you know, this spiritual thing that we're involved in, you know, is physical things that you have to do to show that you actually believe. You know, because you know, through the Spirit, you know, brothers got a vision, you know, to help out ourselves, help out the apostles and things of that nature. And that's how we got to rock and roll, man. You know, and if a man is in that real comfortable spirit where he wants to just stay at the level that he at, hey, he got a lot of fire into that individual, man. Mm-hmm. And if he still ain't trying to shake and he ain't trying to move, hey, the spirit gonna end up overlapping him, man. You know, yeah. So we all got to make sure that we staying on top of the game, man. Yeah. We all trucking and running and running collectively at a good pace. You know, just like when you look at animals, man, when herds move, they all move together. Half don't stay behind. Mm-hmm. When everybody's moving in one direction, the head moves, everybody follows that suit for survival. Yep.
If not those ones that don't follow and leak out, man, they get caught.
Yeah, they get caught out there.
Yeah, they get caught out there.
Scripture speak about be not like a bull straying alone. Mm-hmm. And this is Ecclesiastes 7:12. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Mm-hmm. Right. So through this truth, we have wisdom as a defense, and you know, scripture speak about how money is a defense. And if you have certain things structured where you have wisdom and you have money, you got a double defense.
Yep.
You a strong tower. Mm-hmm. Now you nothing could practically penetrate you, so to speak. Okay. Now this isn't a thing where we're trying to be financial top CEOs and billionaires, multi-millionaires and things of that nature. We know at the end of the day we working for daily bread, but it's a way that you could actually help yourself and help brothers around you. Okay. You know, and me and the brother was discussing too, like certain brothers, they got skills. You know, if there's a brother in your camp that's a mechanic and he been down 2-3 months because he ain't got work, don't go to a mechanic, don't go to Esau when the brother right beside you got that skill. And that goes back to knowing your inventory, knowing your knowing the men around you.
Your personnel.
That's the word, excuse me. Knowing your personnel. You know, this brother good at this. This brother's weak. This brother might need help with this. Mm-hmm. And then you'll hear certain things from the grapevines. Hey, get with that brother. You know, talk to them. Hey, bro, I got this, you know, going on where you can actually help yourself. You know what I'm saying? God. Get yourself in a better situation and you can get out your people crib. You know? Because some brothers might be on the brink of homelessness because, you know, they're not doing well financially. And sometimes it might be a legitimate reason. Sometimes it might be neglectfulness.
God.
But you got to sniff those things out. It's for all of us to sniff these things out because the Lord said that he's going to search Jerusalem with candlesticks. So the Lord is going to put them high beams on each and every one of us and make sure that we're doing the right things. And it's talking about, and it's spiritually, resourcefully. You know, you can't just be in this truth and kick knowledge and then you're not even resourceful. God. That means you ain't even applying the wisdom that you actually spewing out. Mm-hmm. You know? So it starts now, and I'm going to end it with this scripture. 1 Timothy 6 and 6. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Right. Mm-hmm. And we all understand that at the end of this day, the fashion of this world fadeth away, and this place is basically long gone. And when this place falls, the money's gonna fall with it. Everything, your car is gonna be destroyed with it. Everything around us is gonna be destroyed. But that doesn't give you an excuse to not structure and build yourself and build the men around you. Mm-hmm. When you read about the Acts of the Apostles, which for Paul is writing a letter to Timothy, he was part of a government, man. And that government, they had money in circulation. They had certain men that was working, certain brothers that might have been in the church that might not have been a prophet, but he was a help. You know, he might not have had the gift of prophecy. He might not have had the gift of teaching, speaking of tongues, but he might have had the gift of financially helping, making sure that the camps, the camp that they was in was running like a well-oiled machine. Mm-hmm. So it's the same thing now. Yeah. You know, and it's all about always like the brother was saying, gauging your personnel. You know, seeing what brothers. All right, this brother he's looking a little slouchy, man. This brother gotta be more on his toes, man. He gotta be more a better producer and less of a consumer, because we
in the Atlanta camp, we dealt with a nigga that was in the camp, and he was just all about consuming, man. Always about hitting the midst of the city, in the core of the city, just spending money just frivolously like a black woman, man. We ain't black women, we men.
God.
So we got to be men of understanding and know how to actually regulate, delegate, and structure, manage, as men. All right.
That's right.
And a manager, what? He's over the house. That's where you get the word economy. The word economy goes into the word okamene, which means pertaining to the house. You need a manager to structure the house. So we have to be those managers and those structures, in order to have these things flowing evenly and properly. So it says that having food and raiment, let us be there with content. Right, and that's all we want at the end of the day is just food and raiment. We ain't trying to, like I said, we ain't trying to get the fattest crib. We ain't trying to be on MTV cribs and drive Bugattis and
right.
these $100,000 cars and things of that nature, Bentleys. We just trying to get it so we flowing evenly. And it sometimes takes getting on a brother, man, because sometimes certain camps. Just give an example. Not saying that brothers heard it through the grapevines, but these be situations. Sometimes a camp might be weak because some brothers just don't want to get off their behind, man. Just because of laziness. That's why the scripture says, "Go to the ant, thou sluggard." So if which in the spirit we just dialoguing and things of that nature. So if you see those situations going on and the man is just being real weak and he just being real slothful, you gotta whip him into shape.
God.
Tell him, hey, bro, you got to get the ball rolling, man. What's going on, man? Why you ain't got this straight? Why you ain't got that straight? You getting up in age and things of that nature. These things got to be straightened out, man. And if a brother ain't got no excuse, then it's like, man, get the ball rolling. Then you got to keep the scopay on. Hey, bro, it's been 3-4 months, man. Did you get that straight? Did you get that straight? Did you get your license? Because sometimes brothers in camps ain't got their licenses. Sometimes, like I said, they ain't got. You've been saving up to get you a car so that you could be mobile. You putting a lot of burden on that one brother that's dropping you off and picking you up every day from work. What you been doing with your finances? Buying video games, because sometimes men will do that. Buying all the latest technology and all this funny stuff, man. Paying all these crazy phone bills and shit. And at the end of the day, they ain't even got they stuff together, buying shoes and clothes. But yeah, and that's what it's about. It's always about getting those priorities in order. And that's the main point. That's what everything drives back to. Is just get your priorities in line.
Yep.
So it says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and the snare and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Right? So the aim is not going into being rich. Because the riches of this world is done anyways, man. Scriptures speak about how money maketh itself wings and it flies away, man. So this is just something, as a motivator, Lord willing, we'll do another part and just, continue to structure certain things probably in the spirit and just, push those exhorting words for brothers to go hard, man.
God.
Go hard in everything. Just like Apostle R said, man, we got to learn how to attract money to ourselves.